Namaste everybody, Namaste yogis, hope you are keeping fit, healthy. I'm just going to do a 15-20 minute sequence to try and keep those good vibes going, that positive energy, the prana flowing, our vital life force. Okay, so we're just going to take a moment to, as we always do at the beginning of class, just to ground the energies down. So nice and simple, we're going to sit tall, either come into a cross-legged position, our Sukhasana, or Siddhasana, where we have one foot in front of the other, or we can send the legs out long. Okay, so you know the score, just get yourselves comfortable, a comfortable seated pose. Palms facing downwards. Take a moment to just tune in. Notice how you're feeling, acknowledge, let go. Okay, so you're just making this next few minutes just for you. And we're just going to bring a little bit of awareness and observe our breathing. So we're gently breathing in and then out through the nose. If it feels more comfortable for you to breathe in through the nose and then maybe through the mouth, either is fine. So breathing in and breathing out. Just try and make that exhale that little bit longer than the inhale. Deep breath in. Maybe hold. And then breathe out and let it go, and again deep breath in and then out. Palms together, Anjali Mudra, prayer pose, and we'll start to move the body. Let's bring the right hand down. So it might seem a little bit strange because I'm opposite to you. So I'll guide you through your right and your left. Right hand down. Inhale, left arm. And then exhale as we reach up and over. So a nice side body stretch. Let's take it to the opposite side. Left hand comes down. Inhale, reaching up. Just create that length. And then exhale as we reach up and over. Just have a little bit of an upward rotation of the chest, maybe taking that gaze upwards, reaching up with both hands, reaching up as high as you can, and then bring the hands all the way back down to the heart center. Twist, right hand behind, left hand on right knee. Inhale as we lengthen through the spine. And then exhale as we twist, and again deep breath in, lengthen, and then exhale, twist. Let's reach up, full body stretch or full upper body stretch. We can inhale here, and then as we exhale we find the twist to the left side. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, find your twist. One more time, inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, find your twist. Okay, let's take this right hand behind, so left fingertips and right fingertips behind. Inhale as we roll back the shoulders, and then as we exhale, let's just bring the hands down, take it into a gentle bow, relax the head, maybe close the eyes. And then we'll start to come all the way back, palms together. Okay, so from here we're going to bring ourselves into child's pose. A beautiful pose just to ground the energies, relax, soothing for the nervous system. We're going to take a hip opener in our child's pose, so knees as wide as the yoga mat, big toes touching. Let's just take a moment to sink on down, releasing your forehead down, Releasing the heart space down. If this doesn't feel comfortable, you can take more of a heart to earth pose where you keep the bottom that little bit higher up and you sink the chest down. Okay, maybe 2 or 3 nice deep breaths here. Eyes are closed. Breathing in. Breathing out, releasing any negativity. And then we'll start to come all the way back up to hero pose. A nice kneeling position. Let's come into eagle arms. So we're going to go right elbow over the left, bringing the palms together. Maybe take the arms a little bit higher. Try to keep this awareness of our breathing. Try to keep the mind as clear as we can. I know it's very, very difficult. Our minds are racing at the minute. Okay, let's just release. Maybe have a little bit of a stretch out through the arms. And then we'll take it to the opposite side. So this time it's left elbow over the right. Palms come together. Breathing. And then releasing. Let's inhale as we open up the heart. And then as we exhale, I just want you to push the hands away, squeeze that belly in, draw the chin to the chest. And again, inhale, opening. And then exhale, push away. One more time, inhale. And then exhale, push everything away. Really round through the spine, squeeze the belly in. And then we'll come back to centre. So you might just starting to feel a little bit warmer. We don't always have to be jumping around to build up that inner heat. We call it tapas. It's that self-discipline. It keeps us going, builds up the inner heat, moving the prana around the body. That's what we're looking for. So let's just come into tabletop pose. Cat-cow, what better way to really tune into the breath. Let the breath move the body. So we're going to find cow pose to start with. So as we inhale, we just allow the belly to soften down to the mat. We lift the tailbone towards the sky. We look straight ahead. As we exhale, we start to squeeze the belly in. We round it through. We draw chin to chest and actively push away from the mat. And again, inhaling. And then exhaling. Cat pose. Inhale back into cow. And then exhale into cat. One more time, inhale, open up through the chest. And then exhale into cat. And as you do this, once again, just sink the bottom down towards the heels. Find child's pose, balasana. Okay, soften down. Feel as if you're really breathing through the back body. Deep breath in, long breath out. Okay, back into tabletop. We're going to curl these toes under. Let's find our downward facing dog. A good all-round pose for building up strength through the whole of the body. So we want the knees hip width distance apart. These are our foundations, our strong hands. Spread those fingers nice and wide, gecko hands. Allow these hands to stick to the mat. We're going to lift the knees. So we're just starting to build up a little bit of strength in the core. Okay, as we're going to do here is going to push the chest back towards the thighs. Start to look down towards the feet and then lengthen the heels down. So what we're looking for is a nice long spine, a bit like an inverted V shape. Feel that stretch. If your hamstrings are a little bit tight, Bend the knees. It's perfectly fine to bend the knees. We're looking to lengthen the heels all the way down to the mat. Don't worry if they're up here. Doesn't matter if they don't touch. If they don't come down towards the mat, that's fine. And then we can pedal it out. So we bend into one knee and lift the opposite heel. We can find a little bit of a twist as we look under the opposite armpit to the opposite knee. So we're just finding this twist from side to side. Downward facing dog. Okay, let's come down to the knees. Just to be able to have a moment to take the weight out of the hands and the wrists. Come back into hero pose. Maybe rotate the wrists a little bit. You can always rub the hands together. So the more you practice your downward facing dog, the stronger these wrists and arms will become. Back into tabletop. Let's lift straight back up into downward facing dog. Take 2 or 3 deep cleansing breaths. So breath in and out. And again, deep breath in and out. There's an option here to maybe find your first plank pose as we roll up and over. Walk the hands a little bit further ahead of the wrist. You don't want them too far back. Nice strong plank pose. Really lengthen the heels towards the back of the mat. Squeeze that belly in. Breathe. Okay, down to the knees. Just find child's pose again. Maybe a full child's pose where the arms actually come behind. Releasing the forehead down. You might just need to wriggle into these fingertips a little bit. And then we'll come all the way back up to hero pose. Tabletop again, but this time we're going to step the right foot forwards for our low lunge. Let's bring these hands together. Okay, so you might just need to come a little bit further forwards with the hips. Breathing here. Let's bring the left hand down. We're going to reach up with the right arm. Okay, let's bring the right hand down, back to the low lunge. Curl the back toes under. Let's step it back to plank pose. Or remember, as always, there's easier variations. Half plank by bringing the knees down. So either knees are lifted or knees down. Just send the bottom back towards the heels. Back into tabletop. Let's lift the knees once again. Find downward facing dog. Keep those energies flowing. If you want, you can find your plank pose, or you can keep up and down dog. Okay, breathing back down to the knees, back into child's pose. Once again, back to tabletop. Let's step the left foot forwards, low lunge. Right hand stays down. This time we're reaching up with the left arm, taking that gaze up towards the left fingertips. Let's bring the left hand down. Step it back, either plank or half plank. Okay, depending how energized you're feeling. Either here or here. Squeeze the belly in. Try not to dip down in the back, because this will just put pressure through the back. Neither do we want to be too high up. Okay, so it's that straight line from the crown of the head all the way down to the base of the spine. Back down to the knees. Once again, just take the weight out of the hands and the wrists. Maybe rub the hands a little bit. Let's have a nice stretch. We're going to interlace the fingers. Turn the palms upwards. Maybe reach over to your right for a little bit of a side body stretch. Back to centre and then over to your left. back to centre, release here. Let's interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale as we roll back the shoulders, and then exhale, we're just going to fold over the thighs. Option here, if this doesn't feel okay for your shoulders, just to take alternate elbows. There should never be any pain, there should never be any discomfort. And then we'll come all the way back up, palms together. Let's send the legs out long. Give them a little shake. Flexing through the feet, so toes pointing upwards. Imagine that there's a wall there. Staff pose. Let's bring the hands down near the hips. Roll the shoulders back. Squeeze the muscles in the legs. Look down towards your quadriceps. Really squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Activate those legs. Keep the legs as they are. We're going to inhale, squeeze that belly in, and then as we exhale, we're folding forwards. Okay, so bringing the fingertips either down towards the mat or on the shins, or you might be able to take hold of your feet. We can inhale, lengthen through the spine. And then as we exhale, see if we can fold a little bit more. We'll do this again. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale as we fold. Don't worry how far down you come. Everybody's different. Everybody looks and feels that little bit different. Doesn't matter how flexible you are. I'm not super flexible. Okay, let's come back to centre. Bring the hands down where they were before, maybe just that little bit further behind. We're going to point the toes away and then lift up to a nice strong upward plank. So this will really work into the arms. We can either look down towards the toes, maybe up towards the ceiling. We might take that gaze behind, but just be careful of your neck. Okay, let's come all the way back down. Start to flex through the feet. We're going to inhale and then exhale. On your next inhale, let's reach up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Start to point the toes away. Inhaling, lifting up, upward plank. And then exhale as we come all the way back down. So we're going to bend into the right knee. Let's find Ardha Matsyendrasana, so half lord of the fish's twist. With this right foot, we're going to cross over the left thigh. Right arm reaches up and over. So right fingertips behind. And then with the crook of the left elbow, we're really going to squeeze this right knee in towards the chest. Or alternatively, we can bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Okay, so nice, tall in the spine. We're not slouching here. We're still quite active in the legs, so left toes still pointing upwards. This is a real nice way of detoxifying the digestive system. Keep that awareness of your breathing. Squeeze the belly in on that exhale. Maybe let the belly puff out slightly on the inhale. Exhale, squeeze it back in. Nice little counter twist. Take the hands all the way over to the left. Take your gentle bow. Let's come back to centre. Give the legs a shake out. Opposite sides. Left foot crosses over, right? Left fingertips reach up and over. So we can either squeeze the left knee with the crook of the right elbow, or we can bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, twist. Breathing, detoxifying. Right foot is flexed, toes pointing upwards, hands come all the way up and over, counter twist. Okay. legs shake out. This time, once again, bending into the right knee, but bringing the right knee down. Janushirasana, head to knee pose. So left leg is in front, legs engaged. We're going to inhale as we reach up. Once again, as we exhale, start to squeeze the belly in and think up and over. But then on your next inhale, we're reaching back up again. And then as we exhale, we're finding a twist to your right. The left hand is on the right knee, the right hand is behind. Inhale, reaching back up, and then exhale, hands to the heart. Swapping sides here, bending into your left knee, allow this left knee to come down. Let's inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching back up, and then exhaling, twisting to your left. Inhale, reach, and then exhale, hands to the heart. Shake out those legs. Take them a little bit wider. You might just need to shuffle forwards, find these sitting bones, flexing through both feet. Palms come together. Inhale, once again, reaching up, creating that length. As we exhale, we're just going to turn over the right leg and fold it forwards. Head to knee pose again. Inhale, reaching back up, and then exhale over left leg. So this is our seated, wide-legged forward fold. We're going to inhale here. And then as we exhale, let's just bring the chest down towards the mat. You can either have the hands in front or maybe the hands on your shins. You might be able to find your toes. Once again, inhale, find length through the spine. And then exhale, chest down. All the way back to centre. Let's hook under these knees and find boat pose. We can either have the hands down, we can maybe have a bend in the knees, so shins parallel towards the ceiling. If you want a little bit of a challenge, lift those legs. Keep looking upwards rather than slouching here and shaking. Shaking's okay, by the way, don't worry about shaking. Lift up. You roll the shoulders back, lift everything up. Keep breathing. Let's inhale. And then exhale. Back to centre. Soles of the feet together. Baddha Konasana or cobbler's pose. We can either take hold of the toes with the fingers, interlacing the fingers, or we can find the ankles. So sitting, once again, as tall as you can. Find those sitting bones. Try and release the knees down towards your mat. Using the breath again to move, we're going to inhale, lengthen. And then as we exhale, let's just bring the chest that little bit further forward. So what I see a lot of people doing here is really dragging the head down towards the feet. Try not to do that, because all you're doing is really putting tension through the neck. You don't need to do that. You don't need the head to come down to the feet. If anything, we find more of a straight back. Rather than this, more of a straight back. As long as you can feel that stretch in the groin area, the inside of the thighs, it's a hip opener, this pose. And let's release. Draw the knees together. Give yourself a little hug. Okay, so we'll just send the legs out in front again. Shake out those legs. Let's fold forward again. Inhale. And then exhale. Find your feet. And again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold it forwards. One more time, nice inhale, reaching up. And then exhale. Okay, coming back to centre once again into a comfortable seat. We're just going to round it through. Just trying to release any tension in the body the best that we can. Okay, rounding it one way and then rounding it the other way. So I always say, if you come to my classes, we're stirring up that little pot of energy. I always imagine a big cauldron, a wooden spoon, we're swirling it around, we're working with the prana, our good energy. And then just spiraling it all the way back to centre. So we've done 26 minutes of movement. Of course, there's lots more poses. We haven't done any warriors or trees, but at least we've checked in. At least we've got a little bit of energy going. We've maybe just had a little bit of clarity in the mind. That's what we need to do. Palms together. Still bringing this awareness to our breathing. Out through the mouth. Deep breath in. And out. So we usually have the last few minutes in Shavasana, in our corpse pose, where we lay down, we surrender, complete release to the earth. And then when we rise out of corpse pose, that's when we are reborn. We feel refreshed, revitalized. So if you want to spend the last few minutes lying down on your mat, working on keeping that clear mind, observing your breathing, allowing the muscles just to soften and lengthen, and allowing yourself this time to repair, to nourish, to keep grounded. So hopefully I'll see you again soon. Hopefully you're keeping all well. From my heart to yours, as always, namaste.